Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel, as well as my other YouTube channels, and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an advanced Dungeons & Dragons advice video on The Adventurer. And this is not... There was a character class that came out in one of the magazines. I want to say it was Dragon Magazine, but don't quote me. And it was called The Adventurer. I never liked that class, but I found a better one. It's not titled The Adventurer. It's titled a Barbarian. Barbarians can do just about everything except for cast spells. And when it comes to fighting and stealing and like that out in the wilderness, I don't know of a better character class. So that's what this is about, Barbarians. This character class is kind of sort of a catch-all survivalist, fighter, ranger, thief, and pretty much overall badass. The character class was based on the character Conan from the popular comic books and graphic novels, and the class is appropriately named. It is a barbarian. It's one of the more useful classes in wilderness settings. Barbarians are on page 18 of the Unearthed Arcana. Unearthed Arcana is a companion book to the player's handbook. If you don't have that, you do need it. A lot of good stuff in there. Barbarians are tough, hardy fighters. They can hit creatures naturally, which are normally only hit by magical weapons. They use a D12 for hit points, and they double the normal hit point adjustment for a high constitution, and they double the armor class adjustment for dexterity. So, as long as they're wearing light or moderate armor. I think it's anything less than leather, studded leather, if I'm not mistaken. But they have a really good armor class. Barbarians have huge bonuses for their saving throws as well. Almost equivalent to dwarves, if I'm not mistaken. At least pretty similar. Barbarians have tons of abilities when they're outdoors, including climbing cliffs and trees, hiding in natural surroundings, surprise, leaping and springing. They also have back protection. They can detect illusion and detect magic. They also have substantial leadership abilities when dealing with other barbarians. See, if you have the Unearthed Arcana, be sure and read up on the Barbarian Horde. That's an important part of this class. They can summon an army. It's crazy. They have survival, first aid, and outdoor craft abilities, as well as being able to track outdoors like a ranger. They're literally a catch-all. Plus, barbarians get a variable number of other abilities depending on where they're from and the culture they come from. Literally every barbarian can be different. It's crazy. But they do have some downsides. Every character class has some downsides. So we're going to discuss the downsides now. First, they have such a broad range of abilities that it takes a lot of experience to level up. Barbarians tend to lag behind other party members as the group rises in level. Second, barbarians detest magic and those who use it. Many dungeon masters equate this to outright hatred. Barbarians have been known to kill magic users and illusionists on sight. I rather think of this as an irrational fear, something like the witch hunter mania from Salem, that sort of thing. Oh, it's evil, it's magic. Those evil witches or whatever. I give players a wide leeway in this area. I don't penalize them too much as it pertains to spellcasters. I think of them as basically primitive tribesmen. If they see something they don't understand, it's magic, Barbarians cannot even use magic potions until 3rd level, or magic weapons until 4th. Take note of the chart on page 20 of the Unearthed Arcana. Barbarians do gain experience for destroying magic items. I did a video called Barbarian B&E, Breaking and Entering. Go check that out. It's kind of funny. Kudos to my friend Bobby. Third, barbarians must be human according to the book. I allow barbarians to be half-orcs as well because it just fits so well. most half-orcs that are raised with humans would probably be raised in a barbarian tribe anyway. So to me, it makes sense. At least they wouldn't be raised in big cities. That's for sure. Anyway, barbarians must also be of non-lawful alignment. They are also restricted in their initial language choices. And fourth, they do not get weapon specialization like other fighter types. They don't really need it, but, they don't get it, so. Barbarians in general have huge upsides and downsides, but all in all, a group with a barbarian in it is far more capable of surviving most situations than groups without one. For those of you who enjoy solo adventures, consider running a barbarian. Their wide array of outdoor abilities make them ideal as adventurers, while their hardy nature and fighting capabilities allow them to defeat most opponents. They also make pretty good thieves, or at least thugs, My son was running a game a while back. My wife and I were playing. The situation was that a duke had sent an exploration force into some unknown lands beyond the mountains. Excuse me, can't read my own writing. And they never returned. So the Duke organized a second group, both to explore the area and find and rescue the first group. I was running a barbarian. As I recall, my wife was running a cleric. At any rate, once beyond the mountains, we found the ruins of an old fortress. Most of the walls had been destroyed, but the main building and one tower still stood. The tower overlooked a cliff down to the sea, and we'd found remnants of the first group's equipment that they had camped. They'd camped there for some time. So the group we were with camped at the ruins, and the plan was to send out details to map the surrounding territory. One of these details did not return. We were trying to decide what to do at that point when hordes of tribesmen poured out of the trees. The initial attack obliterated the guards and breached our perimeter. Our two characters retreated into the tower to try and hide, but we were seen. We fought a retreat up the tower to the top, leaving a trail of dead up the stairs. I knew we were done for if we stayed there, and there was no way that we were going to fight our way down those stairs. My barbarian grabbed the cleric and leaped to the sea below. I made sure to land under the cleric. I had the hit points to take the fall, and the cleric kind of used me for cushion. I was hurt bad, but survived, and the cleric was able to heal me up, and we swam to shore. It took us a month, but we made it back through the mountains and to safety. Barbarians are great survivalists. They're just awesome. They have the hit points to take pretty much whatever's dished out, and they can deal the damage to be able to handle whatever comes along. They pair good with clerics. Just saying. Hope this finds everybody well, and if you're ever running a solo adventure, consider a barbarian. They're much better than most other classes for that. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.